Rest parameter is one of the important features introduced in EX6 to improve the handling of parameters. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Nisha Singla, and as you got it by the introduction, we are going to talk about the rest parameter in this session. But before starting this session, if you are new to my channel, then don't forget to subscribe it today and just press the bell icon so that you get notified for my new videos. So now let's start with the today's discussion. So before understanding how rest parameter work, let's first understand one very simple requirement, and then we will see how rest parameter can help us to solve that requirement. Suppose I want to calculate sum of few numbers. So I will create one function with the name of sum. As of now, assume I want to sum two numbers, so I'll pass two parameter x and y, and here I can simply say x plus y. Now suppose this function will handle by the user. User will pass the input like for how many numbers they want to calculate the sum. So for an example, user passed two values, 2 plus 3. So it will give the response 5. But now as I mentioned that the parameter we are giving to the user will decide how many numbers he really wants to sum up. So maybe the user will pass 3 values. There could be possibility that it will multiple values like this. So in that case, my function will not return the exact output, although it will not give any error, but it doesn't matter how many arguments I'm passing from here, it will only take the first two values and then calculate it. So in this case, we cannot sure how many parameters will come, and we cannot hard coded it like this. So in this case, this function will not return the expected output because we are really not sure how many arguments the user can pass. So we need some solution which can hold n number of parameters here. If user will pass 2, so automatically it should handle the output based on 2 input, and same for 4, 5 or n number of inputs. So in this situation, the rest parameter can be used. And that's why I mentioned that rest parameter is basically helps us to improve the handling of parameter. Now you must be thinking that this requirement is not new. Before EX6 also we had these kind of requirement where we want that function parameter should be dynamic. So there we had one property that is called arguments property that we used to handle the same scenario before EX6. But there are some difference between using arguments and the rest parameter that we will take a look. Let's first understand how we can solve this issue with the help of rest parameter. So now we can say the rest parameter syntax allows a function to accept an indefinite number of argument as an array. So instead of holding it in an individual variable, we will hold all the arguments in single variable, and that is array, with the help of rest parameter. So now to convert this syntax into rest parameter, this part will not change. It will be the same. The only difference will come in the function body. So instead of defining the parameter like this, you can pass one rest parameter here, and the syntax of rest parameter is 3 dot and the name of your variable. So now if you log this and see what it will return, you can see it is returning me an array which is holding all the arguments that you have passed. So now this values is an array, so we can iterate over this variable and we can return the sum. So we can simply say values dot map, and it will take one callback. Here let's define one variable that will hold the sum. Initially the sum is 0. So now we can calculate the sum like this, because here this D will hold each element of the array. So now if you do console.log sum, it should return the sum of all the values. So 2 plus 3, 5, and 10 plus 4 plus 6, 20, and same for the third one. So now we can say that this function is capable of handling indefinite number of parameters, and we have done it with the help of rest parameter. So this is all about the rest parameter, that how it can help you in your project. Now let's talk about some other things and important parts that you need to take care of when you deal with res parameter. But from syntax perspective and concept perspective, this is the only thing that you need to remember about the res parameter. But if you have watched my previous video, there I have explained about the spread operator. So the spread operator and the rest operator, the syntax is similar, 3 dots and the variable. So here I am saying it's a rest operator, and in the previous video the same syntax I have used, but there I said it is a spread operator. So now we can say that the syntax of rest and spread is same, but it's entirely opposite from spread operator. So to clear the difference, first of all you should be clear what is spread operator. So if you didn't cover my previous video, first take a look what is spread operator and how it works, then automatically this rest parameter will also make sense. So now to differentiate, we can say that rest parameter will be able to get list of arguments into an array. But on the other side, the spread operator helps us to unpack elements of array in single individual element. Fine, so it's completely opposite. Now I told you, like before EX6, we had the similar requirement that if we want to pass indefinite number of argument, but there we didn't have rest operator, so we did that with the help of arguments object. Let's comment this one, and I'm creating the same function sum. So now instead of passing rest parameter, there we had one property which is called arguments. So if you simply say console.log arguments and check the output here, you can see it's still returning me a array kind of syntax, 2 and 3, it's holding all the parameters. But here the major difference between arguments and the rest parameter is that the rest parameter is completely an array. But on the other hand, the arguments object is not an array, it's a like array like syntax. So you cannot apply array functions like sort, map and other array functions on arguments object, but you can use all array functions on rest parameter, like we had used map. But here if I try to use map, it will give me an error. Let's do that. So here I'll say arguments and map. So here we can see that arguments.map is not a function because here the argument is not a array. So let's remove this one and give it a name sum2. Okay, so the first function is rest and the second function is argument. So now let's check it is really an array or not. So here you can say array is array. So here you can see it is returning me a false. But if you apply and check the same thing here, if I do here values, so you can see at line 2, the rest parameter is returning array true, but the arguments property is not a array. So this is a major difference between arguments and rest parameter. So here you have to do extra thing if you want to iterate over this array, and if you want to perform some action, you first need to convert this arguments to array. So now we can say that rest parameter are actual array, so you can perform all the array operation directly on the rest parameter. But the same thing we cannot do with the help of arguments object. So definitely now we will use rest parameter instead of arguments. Another difference we can say between arguments and rest parameter is the way we are passing the value. So suppose we have a requirement that the first parameter here, we want to hold it like a normal variable. But other than that, all the arguments that I am passing to this function, I want to store it in an array. Then in that case, arguments cannot do that, because arguments take all the list of your arguments and hold it into the arguments property. But here in the rest parameter, we can decide how many values you want to give to the rest parameter and how many variables you want to handle individually. But the only rule you need to remember, if you want to handle that way, that the rest parameter should be the last parameter need to be handled. Okay, so let's understand what I mean here. So now suppose instead of handling some function and maybe we have other operation like multiply, divide, so I will not give this sum function directly to the user. I'll give one generic method like calculate, and then I will handle the logic. So suppose I have one function calculate. And in this calculate function, the first thing is I want to handle is the operation. I want to say type. Type means what you want to calculate. You want to sum the numbers, or you want to apply, multiply or divide. So the first parameter will decide what type of operation you want to do. And the second will be the list of parameter. If you want to apply sum, take all the numbers. So here I'll say that will be the rest parameter. But the same thing you cannot do with arguments, right? Argument will take all these into one object and hold it. So we can remove these arguments now. So now instead of calling sum function, now we will be making a call to calculate function. So calculate will take two parameters. The first one is a type and second one is a list of arguments. So here I am saying the first type will be the sum, and I want to sum these three numbers. Okay, so inside this calculate function, the first argument, as it is not a rest parameter, so the first argument will pass to the type, and after first argument all values I am storing in this rest parameter. So this 10, 20 and 30 will store as an array in this variable. So this is the rule you need to remember. If you are handling this way, then the last parameter will be of your rest parameter. You cannot do like type here and values you take as a first parameter. It is not possible. So now we can say here the type will actually be my sum function. So here it will act like a callback function. So when I say type, behind the scene it's meaning like sum, because type will hold sum. Now this sum function will take the numbers on which it need to apply the logic. So this is inside this values rest parameter. So I will pass it as it is. Okay, so you can see already it's working because the logic is written for the sum. We can remove this. So now if you change this and pass some other values, it will calculate. So in future, if you have multiply function, divide function, you can create it separately like this. And you can write your logic here. So when you will call like this, automatically it will call. Okay, we didn't write the logic, so that's why nothing on the screen. But yes, you can pass it like this. So now we can see that with the help of rest parameter, it's quite easy to handle your functions, parameter or arguments if it is indefinite number of arguments you want to pass. I hope you understood the concept of rest parameter, and this is all for today. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment section. If you have any particular topic for which you want me to make a next video, let me know in the comment section. I will see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning.